Hello and welcome to Montgomery Community Media's Small Business Network. My name is Kelly Leonard. In addition to being the CEO of Taylor Leonard Corporation, I am the host of this monthly program. Each month, we gather the business community together to network, to collaborate, and to share best practices in an effort to stimulate regional economic development. Thank you for joining us on the live stream as well as here in the television studio. Today, we have a special guest, someone that's near and dear to my heart. She is a marketing expert. She probably doesn't like me using that word, but I'm going to use it anyway. She's a marketing expert. She is the CEO and founder of the P3 Solution. So without further ado, please help me welcome Ms. Sherron Washington.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Yeah, we got to get bright and early and ready to talk about social media because it is certainly frustrating. So, how many of you hate social media marketing? Business owners, you can raise your hand, right? It's daunting, it's time consuming, it's a time suck, right? Time suck, you hate it. If there was a simplified method, you'd use it because you have to use it, right? So I am here today to give you a little tidbits on how to simplify your usage with social media because marketing should not be complicated. It shouldn't. It shouldn't be complicated. It should be fun. After all, as small businesses, how many small businesses in the room, right? Small businesses, medium businesses, you are proud to promote your business. So this should be fun. You should be sharing your information and it should be enjoyable. So I am going to share with you my ways on how you simplify social media marketing. So here's a good question. How many platforms are you all currently using? Who's 5 or more? 5 or more. Okay. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, forget it. 0. I hate social media. I'm just here for the coffee. All right. So do you know why that you're on? So my users are 5 or more. 5? Yes. Do you know why you use 5 or more? Have you thought, oh, I'm on 5? Are you using them consistently? Because really, if you don't have a presence, you're not present. So whether you have a hashtag, a name, a handle, a login, you're on social media. If you're not actually using that platform, then you're not present. So I'm going to teach you how to condense, shut down some of these sites so that you can really get social. All right, so first we have to get into this mindset of simplifying things. So people ask me all the time, what's the difference between PR, between marketing, between sales? So here's my short and simple, sweet sentence. PR gets you seen, marketing gets you leads, sales gets you paid. Okay, it's up here. We're going to say it all together. PR gets you, marketing gets you, sales gets you. Social media is a combination, a hybrid of both PR and marketing, because it gets you seen to get you leads, not to get you paid. Okay? So if we have that simplified mindset of how marketing relates to social media, we can now begin to think how we can use social media more efficiently. All right, so here's my three-pronged method in figuring out how to condense social media. You have to first know your environment. Each environment is conducive to different things. So you have to realize what environment you're on. I know you've been told time and time before by experts like myself that you need to be on all social media networks. But all of them are not created equal, and all of them are not for every industry. So you have to determine and know your environment to figure out where it is that your business belongs and where you'll thrive the most. Just because you're on 3 different social media platforms, if you're not using them, they're not useful to you. They're not going to be useful to you. You next need to develop a strategy. Figure out some ways in which you can manage your social media consistently. Because if you don't, then still, same problem. It won't work for you. You won't get the benefits that you need. Next, which is most important, you have to execute. So once you figure out what type of environment it is, how you're going to use it, you got to do it. You actually have to do it. And social media takes on a daily basis. You have to use it on a daily basis, every platform that you're on. Okay, let's first start with Facebook. That's my favorite, Facebook. Here's why it's my favorite, because I am a very sociable person. I like to network, I like to talk, I like to chat. Of course, I got to do some work, but I really like Facebook to nurture, and I call it the water cooler because in a water cooler, you do what? Chat, talk, walk past it, you go by two or three times, you get some gossip, you get good information, you get sometimes bad information. I love the water cooler in that there's somebody in there that always knows everything, and it's usually the accountant. Do I have any accountants in here? Yeah, you know everything. You know when the checks come in, who's getting fired, you know everything, so you get close to your accountants. Especially on Facebook. But I call it the water cooler because it's conducive to nurturing relationships. And that's what we do in the water cooler, right, in Facebook. We get to know people. Now, if your Facebook is a problem, too personal, right, then it's because you built a sucky Facebook page, right? You're bringing in people in which they're not giving you information that you need. So you need to start building your Facebook page in a way that's pro-casual, professional/casual. That way, because people only buy who they trust, know, and admire, right? So if you're on Facebook, start to build a professional, casual Facebook page so that you can definitely get rewards out of it. Here's a simple strategy. So I started to tell you about building professional, casual relationships. You also need to be a resource, not retail. Nobody wants to see that you're selling your services and products every day, all day. Why is that? Because if you came into the water cooler in a normal circumstance, you came into the water cooler and you were selling Girl Scout cookies every day, nobody would buy. No one would buy. They don't want to buy. They won't buy from you. But if they know you, right, then they'll consider what you have if you come in maybe once a week, maybe once a month, maybe twice a year if we're talking about a real water cooler. And that could be applied to also Facebook as well. So I want you to start being a resource and not a retail, and start to give information that can be used immediately. So stop posting articles that you probably haven't read. You're aggregating information, but you're not really giving people skill sets. Think about what you want to see in your own water cooler, what type of information that you want to hear. Facebook gives you the ability to do that because it has the ability for you to connect and nurture relationships. All right, so Facebook, once or twice a day. Sometimes I break the rule with posting maybe 3 or 4 times a day. Don't do that. Don't follow me on that. Only post once or 2 times a day. How many times would you visit the water cooler? Once or twice. Because any more than that, you might get fired. You're not doing any work, right? So once or twice a day is definitely doable. Create personable posts, ask questions, engage, engage, engage. I cannot tell you that enough. Engage. Say hello to some of your Facebook friends. Say hi. How are you? How you doing? In your integral, authentic voice, and participate in joining the groups. How many of you all are in groups in Facebook? How many of you all post in your groups? Not your events, but you post information. Do you engage with people in groups? Do that. Continue to do that. If someone likes it that's new that you don't know, pull them on into your water cooler. Hey, how are you? I am, and then begin a conversation. People buy from who they trust, know, and admire, and in the water cooler, they do just that. All right, LinkedIn, the boardroom. I think you know why I call this the boardroom, right? Limited time for pro-casual relationships, decision makers, business. It's all about business and creating strategic partnerships in the boardroom. There's no time for casual things. And I'm starting to see a trend in LinkedIn that's giving a lot of casual information. Not the best place to do it because we tune out, right? We tune out. So I want you to start building your LinkedIn page as your credible source for you as a professional. It's supposed to make you credible in the professional world. Think boardroom. What things would you do and not do in the boardroom should be applied here in LinkedIn. Here are some strategies. Like I said, build your credibility. How do I do that? Are you posting things that are around your industry related? Again, no one wants to be sold to, but everyone wants to purchase. So if people deem you credible in that space, they're going to come and ask you questions, okay? So I want you to start building credibility. Create mini blogs. Do that once a week, maybe even if it's not once a week, maybe even once a month. But start to create your own information so that you can definitely set the tone for you being a thought leader and you being credible in this space. I want you to start building more professional relationships. Those of you who are not using LinkedIn on a daily basis to build professional relationships are missing out. You need to leverage this opportunity so that you can talk directly to decision makers. All of us complain about we don't have time, but you have to make time to get business, right? You got to pull in leads, so you have to make time to do this. LinkedIn is a great way if you're going, oh, Facebook is way too casual for me. I don't want to be in the water cooler. I just want to go straight to the decision makers. Go straight to LinkedIn. Make sure you're highlighting yourself as the expert so that you can pull in people, like-minded people. I post at least 3 times a week. Actually, I post every day. I post daily on LinkedIn. I would suggest if you're first starting out, just post 3 times a week, okay? Make 3 to 5 professional introductions per week. I call that social cold calling. When I met Kelly, that's exactly what we did, and it worked. It worked. I try to make at least 10, I double that, 10 to 20 professional introductions every week. And what I do is I just say, hey, I'm this. My name is Sherron. I'm this. let's talk organically and have a conversation. I'm not pitching, I'm not selling. I want to get to know, because people buy from who they trust, know, and admire. That's a common theme. All right, so I told you guys, in executing, create at least one mini blog a month. All right, Twitter. Where my tweeters? Tweeting. Okay, Twitter, the newsroom. I call it the newsroom because it creates a place, lots of news, very quick. Has to be relevant and recent. Can't be, how many of you all are using some type of Hootsuite or some type of social media management tool? Okay, so you're probably scheduling your tweets a week before. Possibly. I hope not. I hope you're scheduling your tweets daily, because if it's not recent information, you don't want to know. You don't want to hear about yesterday's news today or news 2 days ago. So Twitter is the newsroom. So you need to understand that in Twitter, you want to provide news, information that's recently happened either in your industry or in your business, so that people can follow you and, again, build credibility. You want to be a quick resource, right? It has to be quick. Does anyone know how many times you have to tweet to be relevant on Twitter? 8 to 20 times a day. So I know you guys are looking at me like, Sherron, how am I going to do that? I have to work. I got clients, right? 8 to 20 times a day. Retweets count as a tweet. Okay? Retweet counts as a tweet. You can also repurpose information. If you read an article early in the morning, you can post a quote from that article, post a link to that article. You can do different things. I've been in marketing for about 18 years, and what I've done is in the morning time, I'm reading news 30 minutes a day. So newspaper, my newspaper readers, yes, no newspaper readers. Online news, maybe. Okay, so start doing this 30 minutes a day when you're drinking your coffee or you're on the elliptical if you're exercising. That's great, kudos. I am usually in front of the computer with coffee and a Danish of some sort. Take that time to read at least 30 minutes of what's going on in your industry right on that day. This will help you begin to provide more recent flow of information that you can aggregate, and that not only that you're spreading information, you're also being able to show yourself credible in the space. Make sure the information is relevant. If you are in the music industry, then you may want to be tempted to share celebrity news or things like that, but stay away from it because you want to stay key to your brand. And make sure it's time sensitive. So if something went on maybe 3 hours ago and it's already broke in Twitter, it's probably best to post it, but don't make it, it's probably better to post things that are more recent. So maybe not the 3-hour one, because remember, tweets come up every 10 seconds. So you have to be relevant. So if a tweet came up 3 hours and you are just on that news, you look behind the time. Everybody else has done it. So find new ways, new information. Always share time-sensitive information. All right, 8 to 20 times a day. Create attention-getting tweets. Make sure there's plenty of sites where you can go and find how to create a catchy headline, okay? Catchy titles. You can do that if you have the time. If you don't, just post a link. Usually a headline will come up for you, but make sure it's attention-getting for your specific industry. Okay, other social media platforms like Instagram and Pinterest and Snapchat. Who's on Instagram? Anybody? Snapchat? Oh, wow. Okay, this is good. And Pinterest? Did I say Pinterest? Yes. Okay, so I want you to take a look at these social media platforms. Instagram, for a quick moment, is just a quick kind of Twitter. It needs to be recent with pictures. Pinterest is mainly 90% women. If you have women, if you're in the industry of hobbyists, there are lots of hobbyists on Pinterest. It would be perfect for you. And Snapchat is more of young, absolutely, millennials and beyond, where they get the attention, and it's more of the reality in real life. Just do what we said, is to know your environment. Figure out if you belong there, if your industry belongs there or not, and then figure out a strategy on how to work well. Do you need to be on all social media formats? Absolutely not. I gave you this tidbit to understand your environment so you can know where you can thrive and how to create strategies so that you can thrive. If it's just one social media outlet that you use consistently and it is working for you, that will be fine. Don't feel like you're missing out. You do not have to be represented on all social media formats. Make sure you pick what you can do, this is key, what you can do on a daily basis consistently. Any questions? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Good morning. Great presentation. My name is Alan Hebner. I represent Legal Shield and ID Shield. My question is, I tend to notice that I get on Facebook more reaction to photos than anything else I post. I'll get more likes and more comments on photos. Mm-hmm. Is that something I use it to promote lifestyle. Do you recommend that?
Yes. So images are a great way, live video too. Images are a great way because we have a short attention span. We hear it from all the experts. Continue to make sure you put images out, but make sure they're relevant to your industry and not make the your friends or your fans feel like it's selly. So make sure they feel inclusive and involved in it. Try not to talk too much about your business and more so about how they can get involved in your business or include them in the conversation.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is John Rosiak from Prevention Partnerships, and as part of my business strategy, I try to publish on a regular basis. How do I use things like Twitter and LinkedIn to advance my message and advance my practice?
Okay. So one thing you want to do is I highly recommend engagement. So how often do you engage your fans that you already have? You want to get so it can make it easy for you so you can simplify it. You want other people to pass the message on so you don't feel pompous or you're passing the information. So it's good to get with other people and do good things, give them information so that they can say, hey, I want to share this too. So I would say do more an effort of actually engaging people one-to-one. As a small business, you can leverage the opportunity that large businesses don't have to actually make a difference to touch people one-on-one.
And have them promote the articles that I'm publishing,
absolutely,
for example.
Absolutely, so it won't feel like a sale.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good morning, Sherron.
Good morning.
Thanks for that great presentation. I'm Ann Moriarty, Life Zing coach. I have a question about Facebook Live.
Okay.
Because my audience is women who are seeking life coaching, I'm kind of trying to figure out how professional versus really casual to be about any videos that I post, but in particular, Facebook Live.
Okay, so Facebook Live it's still the water cooler. So it's going to be very casual. When you start to put up really professional videos, the engagement, there's numbers, the engagement goes down. But if it feels authentic and integral, especially with something that's really personal like life coaching, then you want to definitely have a personal feel, but show your professional, pro-casual, your professional environment. So what I do is I have what is called a marketing moment. Sometimes I'm in my gym clothes, sometimes I'm not. I'm always having fun to engage the audience so that they can be interested in the message that I give them. Once they leave, they have tools to move forward. So use live video in a pro-casual way, if you know how whatever that is to Ann. Right? To Sherron, it might be gym clothes, it might be professional clothes, whatever it is. I'm always going to have a joke and we're going to laugh and I'm going to smile. So whatever's true to Ann, bring that out in your Facebook Live.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Morning, Sherron. My name is Shelley Magnesi, District Creations, And my question is regarding Twitter. And I know that there are good conversion rates for platforms like Facebook and Instagram and even YouTube. But I've heard nothing about Twitter, and I'm wondering should I be even expecting some kind of conversions, or is there a different aim for Twitter?
Sure. In marketing, conversion equates to sales. So that's not for marketing. So for Twitter, you can convert engagement into a sale, right? So it's all about saying hello again. It's engagement. On each platform, think of this as a way to introduce yourself. Social media, you're supposed to get social. So you can't expect to throw information out there and then expect a response. So what you should do with Twitter is the same thing that you would do with Facebook, is that if you want to meet somebody, and I've done this too on Twitter, is send them a DM, a direct message, if for those who don't know, a direct message to get involved, to get them engaged with you so that you can then have sales language to convert them if that is the purpose. Okay. Anyone else? Any more questions?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for the presentation. I'm Winston Moore with Happy Buy and Sell Real Estate Investment. Like, I want to understand about something you didn't mention, but I think I want to ask if the social media marketing you talk about, can I convert that using a website platform?
What do you mean?
Website, I would say I develop a website, but I want to use the different links, like a Facebook link, like to Twitter, like blogging and things. So how do I convert that on my website, that if someone comes to my website, then they still can have access to my or different pages?
So it can go either way. So you could have the links to your social media platforms on your website, and then they go to the website. Or you can start to promote your website on your social media. Some social media platforms like Facebook have a plugin so that you can definitely, what I would do is, do you have an email list that you set up that you?
That's what I'm working on too.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you would invite them to sign up for your newsletters or your updates and things like that through social media. That way they'll get to your website and you'll get more website traffic.
Okay.
And Facebook has that. I'm not sure of Twitter. Not sure of LinkedIn now, but I know Facebook definitely has the plugin for you to do that, and Instagram does too.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sherron. This was great information. Did everyone learn something? Information you can apply immediately, right? So remember, what is it? Water cooler? What's Twitter? The newsroom? What's LinkedIn? The boardroom. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So thank you again, Sherron, for joining us. This concludes this episode of the Small Business Network. Thank you for joining us on the live stream as well as here in the television studio. We look forward to seeing you back again next month, July 20th. We have a surprise guest, so I will not name now, but please stay tuned to mymcmedia.org for more information. Thank you again. Good luck. Have a great day. And take charge in your business. Take care, everyone.